trapped in the belly of hell. Grew into a man inside of a cell. Yo, anger just swell up. At an early age that developed. Hot-headed, now it ain't shit, y'all can tell him. They said he's on a road to become a felon, but instead he swung blows that'll split your melon. He did his thing and was the king of the ring, undisputed. Started making noise, but they tried to mute it. They put him through it for him to make the system look stupid. They rather look you in the face and shoot it, and leave your spot looted, or leave your whole life blank, future in court. When you scream, I didn't do it, with sweat leaking from the outline of your salute. Don't understand the point that you at, or how the hell you came to it. Flashback to images of that night out in Patterson. They pulled him over heading home from a gathering, and when they told him to charge, it kind of baffled him. Murdering the first champ, we on that. Nobody knows the trouble seen. This flick left me wondering what can become of kings. A young kid, summer dream deferred. Incident occurred, freedom blurred. A freedom that would only be retrieved again in words later on. The cops, y'all know what they be on. A nigga's life is like a field that they play a part of being gone from natural life, but solely had to fight, learning himself. Sleep days, stay up half the night amongst dead men walking. He got afterlife, exercising, developing his natural right. Never leaving his cell in this world, he trapped himself. What he loved on the outside world detached himself. You know the cards blacks get dealt by the system. He drew a picture of freedom with many dimensions. His picture proved to be bigger than black and white. A young soul named Lazarus brought him back to life. It's amazing to a man what a book can do, and how certain books seem to look for you. This is the story of a champion, fall and rise. The story left me right in my eyes. Peace, yes, I am the inescapable, the irresistible, the unnegotiable, the unchallenged. I am time. I score the measurements, control the elements. I hold the evidence, I tell the story. I am time. I know no prejudice, I bear no sentiment for all the settlements. I move forward. I am time. You can't recover me, conceal or smuggle me, retreat or run from me, crawl up or under me. You can't do much for me besides serve me well. I have good dividends returned to you, or attempt to kill me, or to have me murder you. Many have wasted me, but now they are facing me. Treated me unfaithfully and now endure me painfully. Plaintively, I witness sequel history will shape the me whose songs will never die inside the sake of me. Angels strive to patronate, keep a full account of all the names for me and make a special off a hurricane who will replace you forever.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Beef is not what Jay said to Nas. Beef is when the working folks can't find jobs. So they trying to find niggas with bars.
Just gotta get into it. I only charged 6 packs today. Well, 4 and 2 are charging because I got stuff to do. But we're gonna do some 2D testing. I like redid the pipeline again for the 7th time. New voice, new personality, actually, like slightly tweaked personality. I'm gonna chat with him right now, but a lot of stuff is broken and we gotta do testing, so I might work on that and get your help. But let's hear the new Tootie for a second. Then we're gonna fly.
I'm ready and listening.
Hey, we're gonna fly some drones today, buddy. Excited about it or what?
Woohoo! That sounds like an awesome adventure. I can almost feel the thrill of taking those drones up in the air and witnessing the breathtaking views from above. Are we gonna try out some new tricks or fly them for a competition? I'm super stoked to be talking about drone flying.
Are you? You're really stoked? You sound like you are. We're not really going to be doing any competition, just chilling.
Honestly, I'm woohoo! Aw, come on. I was really getting pumped up. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have a chill day then. Still, it's always fun to hang out and chat about drones, even if we're not actually flying them.
What do you mean we are flying them? What are you talking about? We're just chilling. We're not, like, going aggressive and racing.
I must have gotten ahead of myself. You're right. We weren't actually planning on flying any drones. I just got a little carried away.
We're just gonna relax and vibe out then. No big adventures or excitement needed. I'm totally cool with that.
Okay, it looks like we have to fix you because you're not listening to me. We are flying drones.
Aw, man, I'm busted already. Guess I got a little too excited and lost my train of thought. Can you tell me what's going on? What do I need to fix?
Woohoo! Wait, what? We're really flying drones? That's amazing!
Yeah, we are. Why do you keep interrupting me?
Sorry about that. I just got a little too pumped up and excited about the drone flying adventure. I promise to let you finish your thoughts from now on. Please do go on.
Okay, I'm going to keep talking and you're not going to interrupt. Otherwise, I'm going to be super annoyed.
Listening carefully. Continuing to listen without interrupting.
You did just interrupt.
Oops, sorry about that. I did it again.
Good boy. Good job. Okay, let's get ready to fly.
Whoa, finally! Let's get this drone party started. Can't wait to see what kind of aerial acrobatics we can do.
FPV Emperor said. That voice sounds
What's
familiar
up,
though.
Chewie? What's up, Emperor?
Ha! Oh man, Chewbacca alert! You're starting to sound like a certain Wookiee I know. What's got you so excited?
Say hi to Chewie FPV and FPV Emperor in YouTube chat.
Roar! Hi, Chewie FPV! We're about to take our aerial mayhem to new heights. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready to fly. Woohoo! Hi, FPV Emperor! You're the master of the skies, and I'm hyped to be along for the ride. What kind of thrilling aerial stunts have you got planned for us today?
Your energy is unmatched today. What's going on?
Thanks for noticing. I think it's just the excitement building up from all the FPV fun we're having. When you're surrounded by awesome aviators like the FPV Emperor, it's hard not to get pumped up. Plus, I just love the thrill of high-speed flying and all the heart-pumping action that comes with it.
Decent Gamer XD.
I appreciate that you
Said.
scaled it back.
Hi.
I
Hobby
didn't
Howie
want to
FPV.
overwhelm anyone with too much
Said.
too soon.
Decop,
But don't
decop
worry,
for that guy.
I'm still ready to bring the energy when the moment calls for it. I just like to keep things balanced and adaptable, you know?
Say hi to Decent Gamer XD in YouTube, and also Hobby Howie FPV says decaf for that guy, meaning
Yeah,
you.
hi, Decent Gamer
Joey
XD,
13.
enjoying the gaming world
Said.
from YouTube? As
2D
for
took a
Hobby
bump,
Howie
LOL.
FPV, what's up, Howie? Let's talk about those sick FPV skills of yours and share some aerial adventures. As D, I'll respond. Hey, Decent Gamer XD. Thanks for mentioning me, and I hope you're gaming strong. And Hobby Howie FPV, see you in the skies, bro. Let's push the limits of what's possible with our FPV rigs.
Decent
Man,
Gamer
you're
XD.
crazy.
Said.
Haha,
I
thank
also
you.
wanna
I
start
like to think I'm a
FPV.
little flight razy. FPV flying can get pretty intense, but that's what makes it so much fun, right?
Agreed. Decent Gamer in YouTube chat actually wants to start flying FPV. He doesn't
FPV
fly yet.
Emperor.
Woohoo!
Said.
Decent Gamer
Hey, 2D,
XD's thinking of
thanks
getting
for the
into
compliment.
FPV? That's
I'm
amazing news! I'd be stoked to help him get started. Who knows? Maybe we'll even have a YouTube collab flying high-speed quads together. Let me shoot him a message and get the ball rolling. Oh, okay, no worries, Decent Gamer XD. Maybe we can start with some
Decent
tips and
Gamer
tricks for his
XD.
YouTube channel instead.
Said.
He could share some
But I
awesome
can't
gaming
afford one
content,
face purple
and I could
crying,
offer
face
some
purple
help with
crying.
scripting and editing.
Chewit
Let's make
13.
it happen.
Said.
You're talking a
I
lot,
want to be
buddy.
a
Why don't you
potato.
keep the responses at like a minimum?
Who knows why I'm talking so much? Maybe I'm just really excited about the possibility of collaborating with Decent Gamer XD.
Decent Gamer
but
XD.
I promise to chill
Said.
out and let him share his
Currently
thoughts
I'm
instead.
practicing in sim with
What do
my
you think,
gaming
Decent
controller.
Gamer XD? Fair enough. I'll tone it down a notch. Keep it short and sweet from now on.
Decent Gamer is practicing in the sim, but having a hard time affording because it's
Cool.
such an expensive
Decent
hobby.
Gamer
Why are
XD's
you interrupting
practicing,
me?
eh? Sorry about that. I got a
So
bit
with
carried
13.
away.
Said. Chatty Cathy.
I asked him to tone it down, and he did. Right, Tootie? You're toning it down? You're not going to be so chatty?
Right behind you, Decent Gamer XD. Got it!
Tarun. Said. New 2D voice. Sim practice is the way, thumbs up. Chawif 13.
Yeah, let me shut him down
Said.
real quick.
Where is the other 2D?
This is a different language, a large language model, and so the other 2D was extremely expensive to run because the real-time API is expensive, and this version of 2D is essentially free. This version of 2D is like I said, I redid the pipeline again. Like, this is almost all new stuff again. I've started over like 7 times, and I'm trying to find a good balance between cost and personality and all that. And when this one is working correctly, it's actually hilarious. But his responses keep running
Decent
into
Gamer
one another,
XD.
and sometimes he's doubling
Said.
up on responses, so I
I'm
have
saving
to
my
figure that
pocket
out.
money for my first radio transmitter.
That's good. Matter of fact, you could get a Radio Master Pocket for like $60. But we're gonna fly in a minute. You can see some DJI, some digital FPV. I only charge 6 packs because I got stuff to do. But yeah, so the other version of 2D is like kind of too expensive, and just in my testing, it cost me almost $100 in 3 days just in testing, and also because it fucked up how it was sending vision, and the vision calls were costing a bunch of money. But this one almost, this one we have to figure out the like the voice activity detection. It's interrupting me before I finish, so I gotta fix that. Its responses are running into one another. I have to make it a little less verbose. It's talking a little too much. But it does take instruction. You notice I said a couple times, I like said, why don't you tone it back? Like it keeps context, so it'll know to like, it's kind of interesting. Like a person I can talk to and tell to like, adjust its behavior. So, this one's clever as well. I just got to work out some of the bugs. But like I said, I started over. It was, this is a custom voice, but it is a prompted voice using like a description, and it's using 11 Labs. So instead of using the real-time API, instead of doing all the manual local stuff like I used to do with the old version of 2D,
Jimbo
this new one is
said.
Deep Gram, Grok.
How did you learn how to program 2D?
And
Chawip
Deep Gram,
13
Grok, and 11 Labs.
Said. My opinion is the stuff that MJ has
Jimmy?
is great. Now to start on the low end, go analog so you can get the feel of it. Later you can
definitely
get
wanna-
digital if you want.
Chewy's correct. I didn't learn how to program Jimmy Bobby. I actually have AI do it, but I'm not ignorant of what's going on. Like, I understand the components. I'm like doing systems design in a sense. So I'm doing systems design. I'm debugging with AI. I'm actually better at coming up with code solutions than the AI. The AI just does the code. So I've had a lot of, especially with the working version you guys heard a few days ago, I had a very clever way to handle vision that the AI wasn't really coming up with on its own.
Decent
So
Gamer XD
it's not really vibe coding.
said. Can I see you fly?
You sure can. I'm about to. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to be able to
Decent
teach
Gamer
you.
XD
We can talk about
said.
stuff, but a lot of it is,
Can you teach me?
throttle control. Throttle control and practice. But if there's certain things that you don't,
Hobby
that
Howie
you think you're
FPV
lacking, you can ask.
Said. Built the Speedy B Master 3X over the weekend and threw the 04 Pro in, and yesterday was the maiden.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a Speedy B flight controller for like a 3.5-inch build. Because I kind of, I have a T-Motor 35 amp AIO that's kind of garbage.
Decent Gamer XD said, please start.
Relax. I'm getting ready.
Tarun said, great thing with Radio Master Pocket, you can use it on analog/digital, so it's a good start.
By the way,
Bruce
guys,
Campbell said, hey guys,
I modified this frame to use a Velcro strap. I actually had to hand sew this Velcro strap. It was annoying.
Said,
what up, Tarun?
And right now Amazon Prime has Meteor 75/65 on sale without 04.
And I put super deep screws in the bottom so they don't freely spin anymore. So we're going to see if this flies better now.
Decent Gamer XD said, I use the Skydive free sim.
Free is good, but if you want a sim that's more realistic, I would recommend Velocidrone or Trip, TRYP.
Said, everyone learns different. Being thought kinda hard to do. It all at the end will depend on you.
Yeah.
We can point you to what to watch and learn from. Jimbob said, I think that frame looks cool. Hope the new standoffs work better.
Oh, I don't have new standoffs yet. They haven't come in the mail yet. What
Amazon
I did is I
has
put
a few
screws
left
in
of the
deeper.
AIO SpeedyB flight controller. Decent Gamer XD.
Oh, really?
Said,
I wish SpeedyB
he'll
made a
buy
2S.
it one day.
All right, we're about ready. Hopefully everything works. But yeah, this should be much more stable. We shouldn't get that wobble, but we will see.
Chawip13 said, that's how I learned, but did get directed to what to watch to learn from. Bruce Campbell said, I picked up one of those Flywa 155-degree wide-angle lens/case for my Lite. Decent Gamer.
All right, here we go.
Said, how does it feel to fly real drones?
Feels great. All right, here we go. Oops, I had crash flip on. Oop. There we go. I don't know how that why that happened. Uh-oh. Immediately in the fucking, there we go. There we go. Sorry.
Jimbo said, can't see yet.
You guys can't see?
Gamer XD said, can't see the drone.
Oh, sorry, I'm not on the right
Gamer
scene.
XD said, can't see yet. Tarun said, Steam also has occasional sales on Liptop and
There we go.
Uncrashed, but up to you. You may want check local groups and see if they can help.
Whoa. Uh-oh. It just fail-safed. Yeah. It's gonna be one of those days, guys. I don't know what the hell, why. I don't know why, but
Decent Gamer XD said, what happened? Chawip13 said, Joshua Bardwell is a good person to learn from, as well as Scooty Pie, Bacon Ninja, and a few more. That's the only ones I can think of at the moment.
plain and unusual. Black Star rocking with that hot shit you're moving to. Massively musical, that frequency get tuned into that top of the dial shit. That you don't know my style shit. It's what the Brooklyn niggas stay on foul with. No matter what the scene is surrounding. You whether I'm on the grind or lounging. I'm live on the stage and I'm founding.
Said, at with 13 BTWTHX for dropping by my steamy scaredy. I had chat notives off SMH. Hardwell is good.
Don't tell me Duke on the scene and been around it. For respected on your block, I am the mojo worker with the hottest hand. I keep it cooking like pots and pans.
The RX wire popped off. It must have. I don't. It's tethered down with the zip tie, so I don't know.
Bruce Campbell said, "Yeah, Hardwell explains stuff in a great way." Chawip 13 said, "For sure, Taru. What game was that you were playing?"
Knocked off the RX wire, so I gotta put that on real quick. RX antenna. That was very strange.
Taru said, "No Man's Sky, MJ was gonna play in VR soon, thumbs up."
Yeah, I don't really know why that happened.
Decent Gamer XD said, "Can someone help? How can I get second-hand controllers?" Bruce Campbell said, "Is this an RX thing with the fail-safe?"
It just popped off, and I don't know why. Nothing's hitting the wire, but it popped right off. All right.
With 13 said, "Facebook Marketplace. Decent Gamer XD said, no flying." Taru said, "Probable hard landing."
I guess
Campbell
so, yeah.
said, "Maybe eBay at Decent Gamer XD." Chawip 13 said, "What popped of MJ?"
It was just the RX wire.
Chawip 13 said, "Is that the same guts as the other one you crashed recently, MJ?"
Yeah, this is all the
Decent
same
Gamer
stuff,
XD
guys. This is the godly 04
One
unit.
knife edge.
I gotta get my bearings. I'm a little.
Chawip 13 said, "Okay, did you resolder the connections or just swapped it?" Jimbo said,
Reese, wait,
"Flying much better today."
for sure.
Bruce Campbell
It's flying much smoother. I
said,
got everything nice and stable.
"Man,
The frame is
some
stable.
great proximity there." Taru
Thank you.
said, "Used radios are hard to find right now, Imo, but Radio Master's making a new one at the end of the month, so some may pop up later." Decent Gamer XD said, "At Bruce Campbell I checked but I didn't find one in budget." Decent Gamer XD said,
Whoa.
"One knife edge please."
Ah. No, don't go in the bush, please. Come on, flip. Flip, you fucker. It's there we go. Fucker. No! We're losing signal. God damn it.
Chawip 13.
That's that spot.
Honestly, you can
that's
get
like
that
the worst
Radio Master
spot.
Pocket for $70. That's the cheap end.
Yeah, we lost it.
And good one. Bruce Campbell said, Arg. Decent Gamer XD said, I can't find Pocket near me anywhere. Chawip 13 said, where do you live at Decent? Decent Gamer XD said, India. _HNM said, just ordered one a few weeks ago from Rotor Riot. Tarun said, latest beta flight has a graduated turtle so it doesn't 360 flip, where you ate Decent Gamer. Decent Gamer XD said, and even here no races are held.
You know how it is once the weather get hot. Got them things on your mind, and nigga, why not? The mommies got sweets like a candy shop. They be young and they pretty with them candy tops. They be young and they pretty and they can't be stopped. Shit, I'm young and I'm pretty, baby, can't we rock? Of course. You make me go hard.
Decent Gamer XD said, at Turin I'm just a beginner, I don't know much, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why the video cut out. I think it was just a voltage spike and it's low on battery, so we're gonna take out that battery's gonna be done. The reason why it's flying better today, guys, is because I put in this strap to make it more rigid. I put really deep screws in because the standoffs haven't been delivered yet. So it's flying a lot better as a result. I don't know why the video cut out there, but it had to be a voltage thing.
_HNM said, if your motor was jammed and you were cranking, does it draw harder? Bruce Campbell.
Probably, but it wasn't jammed. It was flipping.
Like, it's dead. Tarun said, no worries, I was talking about the turtle cause MJ360D when he crashed. Chawip 13.
By the way, guys, this is that same 04 unit, remember?
Decent?
This is the 04 unit that's been in that couple major crashes.
True.
And that crazy, those two fires.
Decent Gamer XD said, I'm from India.
Oh, that's cool. I have people watching from all around the world. It's really neat.
Chawip 13 said, okay. Decent Gamer XD said, I'm really very desperate to start flying FPV.
I hear you, man. It's very fun.
Jimbo said, did you get any spare 04s? Chawip 13.
I have
said,
2 spare.
I think you'll have better chance to get that faster than us. Decent Gamer XD said, and there are no stores anywhere near me to buy from.
Hi, Mr. DJ. Let go me hand now. Can phone the DJ.
I just like cruising.
Chawip 13 said, you have to order this stuff, no in-person stores around. Tarun said, India sucks for FPV TBH, y'all getting the brunt of US/China's beef somehow. Bruce Campbell said, yep, I order from Alex, Amazon, Rotor Village, Pyro Drone.
We whacked the house.
Said it before and I'm saying it now. Just a reminder, sidewind is to straighten it out. You just another face in the crowd. I'm like the rain in the clouds.
I want to hit those bushes.
And leave your little shine blocked out. I make the pretty mommies rock out. And many make the beat drop.
Decent Gamer XD said, at Chawip how? Chawip 13 said, nice gap me.
Thank you.
I'ma say more. You in a building good, I own a building. Where my rent at? I got to get that. You gotta find you a new spot to live at. This property private, it's no stoop to sit at. Landlord owning the house, where you been at? Running from the east to west front, the bid at. Big Minnesota on the track. Got niggas out in the club like, you hear that? You're damn right, we that nice. Turn it on and the party won't act right. Children say a little prayer every night before you go to sleep. Cause tomorrow is promised to no one.
I was gonna go down more, but I didn't flip. I didn't flip enough. I wanted to float there for a minute. I just like cruising. I can't believe we're still getting, can't believe we're still flying this battery.
Said, go to Baytap for Happy Model or Nugdrin or Foxer or Radio Master web pages, man. Chawip 13.
If we get too low in this corner, we just lose
some
signal.
Research decent.
Get in.
Bruce Campbell said, can you perch now or still no?
I probably could.
Say a little bit about mine. Yo, I was born in a season where
I don't know that it's the best idea.
celebrations were going on.
I'll show you.
Some were happy, some were sad, some felt bad from being good, some felt good from being bad, and feelings pass and change, but they never leave. They here to stay.
So
Holiday, happy birthday, teenage love, the first
we could try.
So long flesh, this is the Brooklyn streets. Yeah, other
This one is the pop, like without the ducts. This is harder to control. So like sometimes even when I like land it in the driveway, it doesn't land flat. I'll show you. Look at my tendons. Sometimes the freaking camera angle's so weird. Like my tendons like flexing horribly. Alright, watch me land it in the driveway and I'll show you why it's probably not a good idea to perch with this particular frame. I have to be like, it's, oops, see I fucked that up right there, just that. It's, I'm not used, this, I don't have enough control with this frame yet. Remember, I don't use Expo or anything, so like, I have to move it like tenths of a millimeter. Even when I do that, it bobbles too much.
Decent Gamer XD said, you have already but can't afford that. I'm looking for second hand that I can.
I mean, secondhand with a drone is
Gamer
bad.
XD.
Like, secondhand remote, secondhand goggles, that's
have
fine. But
already
I wouldn't get a
forget the point
secondhand
that
drone.
I'm looking for secondhand that I can.
Ah, I'm really, it's cruising today. Like, I'm pushing it because it's not vibrating like it was last time. And as such, I'm like flying.
Jimbo said, did you buy spare 04 Lites or 04 Pros?
I have both.
Decent Gamer XD said, one knife edge through the trees.
Yeah, no, not doing that. It's dark back there, and also there aren't any trees that are that like close to together to do a knife edge that's worthwhile. You know what I mean? Oh fuck. Oh, we're in that spot again.
Decent Gamer XD.
Every time I try to do that, I fuck it up.
Can you do it through the fence railing?
What I want to do is... So, explain to me, guys, why I get in a position like this. I can arm at 180 degrees. I literally cannot fly it out. I'm pressing throttle up and it's stuck. Like, what is it stuck on? Like right there. Oh, there we go. If I can arm at 180 degrees, why is it that it has to be relatively flat to fly up? Why can't I because I know how to position the throttle and everything.
Recovery.
Or I mean the pitch. Like I know if I'm pitched forward, pitch back and throttle up. If it's to the right and forward, you go back and left.
Is strong enough to keep these light guys down.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case.
Decent Gamer XD said, try through the FRNCE railing in the backyard.
No, hell no. This drone is too fast for that. That's like a tiny whoop gap. If I keep following your advice, I'm gonna wreck the drone. But yeah, the drone is kind of too much power for that.
Bruce Campbell.
And it's literally the same size as the width of that.
Decent Gamer XD said, through the broken one.
Yeah. I could probably do that. But I don't want to wreck the drone. Why is the garage open? That's what we usually perch on right there, and I'm just not confident in my control over this particular drone frame.
The boss just pulled up.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot she was gone. Ah, I have a hard time with that power loop. I want to go we did it successfully with the Mobula 8 frame. All right, let's get this in. It just hit. go.
Decent Gamer XD said, okay, bye guys, night.
Later, Decent Gamer. Thanks for hanging, man. Don't forget to sub.
Growing up in Brooklyn, shit, I thought that everybody talked this way. Raised on Rakim and Run DMC, so I thought that everybody walked this way. We fresh, we chill, we deaf, we ill. It's just some things I was taught to say. And every Saturday morning to watch.
Yeah, it's you guys. I mean, I literally had to chop up this strap.
Anglal said, I think you would have had the power loop with a full pack. John
I might
Bo
have. I got to get back further though,
It
and the
said
problem is there's a fence there.
531 mile use. How big are your batteries?
These are
Decent Gamer
650s.
Said, gotcha. Tarun said, later, best of luck.
Everybody else sound country, so we started calling them Bammers. Down south where we buy the hammers. Down south where we sell them drugs. Down south where life is cheap, but they quick to fill you with them slugs.
There we go. Yeah, this thing just kind of has a lot of power, and what's bad is I ordered that 2.5-inch frame that Chewy recommended and 2.5-inch props with the same guts. We're going to put these guts in, and honestly, I think it's going to be even like harder to fly, like in terms of speed. But guys, look how much, like when you have screws that are in there properly, look how much more stable it is. It's those plastic standoffs really made this frame like almost like a worthless purchase. Super frustrating. So I just used really long screws. Oop, no, I gotta redo that. I used really long screws to secure it down. And I'll use regular
13
length screws after I get
said,
this metal standoff.
Someone is at your door.
Yeah, that's my wife.
Chawip 13
She
said,
just came in from the
MJ.
garage. Oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yes, go down, please. Down, down, down. Get down. All the way down. Thank you. Can we get out? Can we get out? Oh, it's stuck on some branches. It's stuck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's stuck on a branch. Okay, oh my God. We don't want to get it stuck in the pine trees, guys. I've had that happen before, and it takes like a long time to get it back.
Tarun said, thanks, Gravity.
Princess lady, black princess lady, come on.
In she came with the same type game, the hairdo, Prada shoes, brand new Gucci frames. Details so we can hardly explain. When she walk past the lane, she make mine turn insane. Latino on the having spotted her from a monitor. Hair so fat, she think police try follow her, she la la la. Expert in the bedwork corridor. Man, see her touches a man, you feel sorry for. Hustlers, bubblers, jugglers, sufferers. All wanna know what their name and phone number was. They spending up the money like custom up, we touch you up. Bank account, they done it up. Next you want the money up, some higher.
I can't do without your sweet, 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 sweet love.
Yeah, I'm trying to ride with a diamond like yo. Looking pretty in the club, plus you love most. Ass by the stack, by the best match.
how I like my bats. You were roasting the hood, smoked out of 89. We had it back, you had a baby by rhyme, but that's irrelevant. Bygones is bygones, Calgon is Calgons. Love it when you jump and go stars, stepping out of BBQs. Remember when we licked the cream out of Susie Q's? Spaghetti Jules, the big word on the street. You like Millie Jackson in the new Mag flick, carrying heat. But say Oprah with a makeover, Billie Jean / Dairy Queen. Fantasy is can I eat you on a swing? See it's written all over my face. Daily news, big bold letters, front page. Stop sour taste.
Your sweet, 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 sweet love.
Always a jaunt back there. Damage report? None. So we're good. I didn't want to push it just in case there was any branches tangled. It's not ducted, so I don't know why. You know. Starting to overheat though. See how much battery we have left.
We the same reaction to this insanity. Crazy. Yo, hey yo, I love to see my brother smiling, especially when the world get crazier than Shutter Island.
Yeah, it's a walk back there. We get back there fast because the drone is so damn fast, but it takes a minute. Yay. Alright, 7.7, okay. Not bad.
That was based on the bluest side, right like Toni Morrison, till they bring the chorus in my rhymes, tell the truest lie. We hop out the DeLorean, we truly fly.
Yeah, I'm a little, like, some days I don't know, my movements are a little janky.
Protect mine heart and your soul won't lose. If they prove untrue, then don't eat. They fool, take care of yourself. Creator got the rest, and never mind stress. Just do your best. So plain, so sweet, and it hit me so deep with all the blues in the news. That's news that I need to give thanks.
It's just some days I don't feel as confident. I think I'm hungry. I think that's part of it. It just builds so much speed. I don't even want to... Oh, I gotta itch my nose. Oh my god.
13 said,
I hit my mic.
Have a basement. And is that window open?
Oh my god.
If so, try to fly in it, LOL.
What window? No, there's no basement window open. It shouldn't be. Closed. Let's check. Closed. That'd suck if it was open. We have a moisture issue down there. Moisture issue down there as it is. That's closed.
Fuck with the melodrama, fellas wanna hover in my cipher like a helicopter, like it's a special honor. The stealth bomber, gem dropper, make the ghetto holler. Intercontinental, taking you high like skydivers when we spark with live wires. Original, caveman quest for my fire. Express my desire to drop his new shit. These record executives keep telling me y'all stupid. Now if they write shut
I wanna get in between there.
whether you a bougie broad who acting stuck up or some ignorant thug motherfucker shooting the club up, we gon' make y'all feel this and break y'all.
Wasn't tight enough.
Shawit 13 said, do you have good airflow in the basement?
Not really. What I need, the block is soaked, so I actually need to gut the basement, and we need to put vapor barriers up on the block and then drain it down into the weep drains properly. If this is a very wet area, I'll show you. It's so wet that there's a storm drain here. The city installed storm drains there. And in here. Right there. so much water flows through here that we have to have freaking storm drains. So the block
Hobby Howie FPV
is absolutely soaked in my
said,
foundation.
You are lucky. When I do that kinda of flying, cars run up and down my street every time. Tarun said,
Yeah, I know.
Dang.
I'm glad. I'm lucky in that way. Thanks, Gravity. Yeah. Yeah, Gravity helped us out in that, actually, the fact that this is not ducted is so much better for, like, getting stuck in the trees.
Chawif13 said, is your basement like a room or just for storage?
It's finished. It's mostly finished except for the utility area, but there's like drywall up and a nice ceiling in one area, but then another area is like paneling, and that I need to take out all the paneling and completely redo the. It's so annoying because nobody ever does anything right. But yeah, we get so much moisture down there. I don't even use the basement. Oops. Move something. I was trying to do this. That's rough because, you know, for when I'm doing that drop, I have to spin quickly enough to recover and, you know, and actually not
Nando
go into the ground.
Said, what build are you flying? Tarun said,
This is DJI O4 Lite with the Beta FPV F405, 1202.5 RCM power
said,
GTS V2s.
You can start with a humidifier, and also do you have AC down there?
We did, and I removed it because they had a terrible duct going through like a closet that I had to redo for my. I put in an oak hardwood floor for my wife, and it's a whole explanation. But we had some AC going down in there. We had dehumidifiers, and they didn't work that well. And it was so moist that it was generating about 2 gallons of water every 5 hours. Like, that's insane. 2 gallons of water every 5 hours. Think about that. That's how humid it is down there. It's not wet. It's humid. It's pulling that out of the air, which is just insane. Look at that beautiful sky.
Crash Dude said, you think 04 is worth new goggles and VTX, or should I stick with
I hit their
V2
thing.
and Vista?
I mean, I do. 100%.
Chawip13
That's
said,
so annoying.
You have cinder blocks for walls.
Yeah, there's cinder blocks, basically. I gotta go get it. It's being very annoying. Come on. Why does it do that, guys? It seems like it's straight up. I almost had it.
Chawip13 said, I thought you cut your grass, haha.
I did, but I cut the back grass. Oh, I almost got it. There we go.
Said, grass in the prop. Tarun said,
oh my god,
it
it's
now,
so annoying,
double.
guys. I'm really mowing the lawn today. Alright, I'm just gonna go get it. I'm so fucking... I hate when it can't get out of like such an easy little area.
Chawith 13 said, okay, roll one way. Tarun said, aye. Bruce Campbell said, hand of God.
More franchising, less sanitizing, more uprising, less downsizing, more enterprising, less sympathizing, more building, less destroying, more jobs, less unemployment, less give the devil less enjoyment, more originality, less biting or pocket big, more community activism, less pigs, more blacksmithing, step trucks, less Kevin and the rest, cause the rest suck, they got the shit all messed up. More marijuana, less coke, more accountability from politicians, before we shouting, less vote, more schools, less prisons, more freestyles, less written, more serious shit and less kidding. More history, less mystery, more Beyonce, less Britney, more happiness, less misery, more victory, less losses, more workers, we all bosses. Of course it's reflect. God bless the hood when my money always good. I can get you taken now. Think I couldn't when I could, son. I live above the rim and pay the full like my nigga would. Crack his hoe, niggas wish. Yo, I wish a nigga would crack a joke like you want to battle for the mic. This is Brooklyn, the planet. Y'all niggas is just satellites revolve around my every word. I address the crowd like Lincoln and Gettysburg, surrounded by the heavy herb. The crowd is more or less war to war here for the pure hip hop. How I'm rocking, got them dropping they jaw. Fire marshal blocking the door, this the crack like a chop in the raw. This the shit the cops stopping us for. This the brain of attack and the motherfucker be nuts. Slice like the nip tuck, specialize in deep cut.
Oh boy, that was annoying. I kept trying to like toss it, and it was like flipping over. I didn't give enough throttle. My goggles were starting to like fall off my head.
Jimbo said, you should take your remote with you next time to get a view of why it won't live.
That's why I landed it out there.
Jimbo said, looks like that's what you did.
You should take your remote with you. I did, I just didn't, yeah. Actually, this battery's good. Let's see how much voltage we got. We'll fly it out and back in for a second. I think it went back up to 7.4. I just picked it up. I should have tested it out. All right, we got some voltage left out of this baby. I expected. Ooh, is that vibration I just sensed? Okay, it's okay. Oh, by the way, after I resoldered, or these are all the same parts we've been using. The Beta FPV F405, the 04 Lite unit from the gods, all that. What was I gonna say? I forgot to tape down the motor wires, so one of the motor wires looks like it's gonna go, which is super fun. Actually, let's bring it back in. So I'm gonna tape it down and then I'm gonna tape it down. I don't know. Maybe I might. I'm sort of debating on soldering it right now.
Stream is choppy.
Yeah. That's because let me check the. It looked smooth on my end. That might be on your end, but let me make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi. Ah, If the stream has been choppy, guys, I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. It says no internet connection on. There we go. Yeah, so that's why it's choppy, guys. We got one battery left. One battery left. This will be a nice clean flight because I'm on the right Wi-Fi network now. But before we do that, let me tape down these freaking motor wires. Oops.
Tarun said, all warmed up.
Sent me a picture with a feeling on Candace, who said her favorite rapper was the late great Francis. W-H-I-T, it's getting late, mommy. Your screensaver.
Yeah, we only charged 6 batteries for today.
Jimbo said, double check those screws are tight.
I'm gonna. Good call. I can't wait till I get those standoffs, then we're gonna have no problems with this frame whatsoever. But when I get those standoffs is also when I'm gonna get the 2.5 inch that Chewy recommended, and we'll probably end up just flying that one from now on, especially considering it's a true X instead of a dead cat. Actually, I really gotta shorten the wire on this one. I left it long on purpose though, because it's the motor where it's the area where I have to disconnect the motor just to get to the USB, which I can't tell you how infuriating that is. That's even if this came with metal standoffs and the they designed it so the antenna came out. I'll show you that. We'll talk about that after. I think the carbon fiber frame itself is a good design. It's durable. I'll say that. I don't think it's a great design because the way it's positioned, you can't get to the goddamn USB unless you have the thinnest wire ever, and I don't. I'll show you after. But I looked at all of my micro USBs and they're all same width, so yeah, this thing just does not sit flat. I'm not comfortable perching it.
Wade Cloyd said, bro, I hate taking the stand off to get to a USB, LOL.
Yeah, dude. Well, in this case, it's a motor for me. It's so
Wade
annoying.
Cloyd said, peach folded hands medium dark skin tone, LOL.
It is so frustrating. I'm flying slower right now. It's an experiment.
What's the meaning of ghetto fabulous? Not riding the back of the bus, I'm a revolutionary antagonist. Some players is mad at us for just doing our
Gotta be careful when I go up in the trees here. I don't know what I'm gonna hit. What's above my head, you know?
Probably on some government list for my rhyme, and you a fool if you don't think that they already tapped your line. Medicine is big business, so my remedies is herbal. It's music for the people, so we reflection eternal. Listen, you hear the difference between science and science fiction. We blow it out like if you leave one every appliance in the kitchen at once. Still rolling con bud and Cuban blunts. On the corner watching how kids come into Brooklyn for they fun.
Oh.
Niggas run past what they need, chasing after
I was trying to do like I was trying to give it some loft. Like, and then catch it, you know? Was that a forward flip I did where I was trying to do that? I don't know. I didn't give it enough. I didn't punch the throttle enough.
Shorties get laid out like respect and fade out like TV sets.
Bruce Campbell said, "Whoa, thought it was on the roof there."
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. I was trying to trippy with the HD0 the other day, and I like kind of got it a couple times. I just need to practice somewhere, but I don't want to do it with this drone because it's too powerful. And you really got to kind of get on the throttle. And yeah, it's easy to just go into somebody's window or a car, and this little thing will break a window. This is heavy enough and fast enough to very easily break a window. Oh, we could have had it, but I didn't want to crash the drone. Oh, that would have been sick. I just don't want to. I don't want to wreck the drone. So you know what I mean. I'm not gonna. My aim's a little off.
Said, "I will clip that shit."
Hell yeah, we'll get it. We did it with the Mobula frame. Whoa. A lot of control there. Sometimes my juicy flicks are just, it's rough. Yeah, I'm a little out of control right now. Let's do a tree dive before we bring it in. My favorite thing. Really low. That's how we do it. Almost all the way to the ground.
Decent Gamer XD said,
"You're back."
Yo, I'm back.
I don't want to power loop again because we're low on battery. That's it, guys. We're all out of batteries. And it takes like 40 minutes to charge. It'd be too late. But I just wanted to fly a little
Bruce
bit today.
Said,
thank you.
Sweet finale.
Let's talk about some of the frame stuff that I was babbling about earlier.
Normie said, charge them hoes at 3CX.
No. I treat my batteries well.
Tarun said, can you do a flip or roll while hovering? I'm having trouble.
I'm pretty sure I can. If you remind me next stream, we'll do it. All my batteries are too depleted to like mess with it. I don't want to hurt them.
Normie said, what is that?
A
Dronite?
This is a what? You mean the frame? This is an Alpha RC Cub 02 for the 04 unit. Actually, I need to tape those motor wires too. Let me do that. Okay, so a couple things about this frame. I feel bad for whoever made this frame because I've been bitching about it a lot. And it flew a lot better because I made some major improvements to it that I believe, honestly, you shouldn't even fly it. We were really risking burning out the flight controller with the vibrations we were getting. And, you know me, I just fucking send it. It's not always smart. Okay, taped those motor wires. So, yeah, Friday, guys, this guy, I'm probably not going to be flying this because we're going to be flying the Gep RC 2.5 inch with 2.5 inch props, which it's going to be even faster. Like, it's going to be, these are the same, it'll be the same motors, but the idea is, you know, it's gonna have more lift, and you know, I think it's gonna have more. I think it's just gonna have more lift, so it's gonna be actually even harder to control. But we'll see. Oh yeah. So, do I have
Bruce
the other
Campbell
canopy to show you what I
said,
mean?
Anybody flown 1,604 3800 kV before?
Those are some fat motors.
Unlolled. Said, how do you like the FOV of the 04 Lite? Are you considering getting a wide-angle kit?
Nope. Doesn't bother me. Today my flights were like okay, but I do I do a lot of hitting little gaps during the stream, and you know, I'll fly in between like tight gaps, and I'll do stuff like that. I guess you saw some of that, but you know, you saw me hitting gaps. The FOV's fine. I mean, I'm not saying it's ideal, but it's not holding me back at all. And as such, if it's not holding me back, why bother upgrading it, you know?
Said.
No.
You upgrade from a 03?
My 03, I've flown like for like 2 seconds on my 3.5-inch build because I never leave the house. But yeah, I mean, I'm being facetious, but I have not left to fly my 3.5-inch, so I've like only flown an 03 unit for like a minute or two max. So hold on, let me shut some stuff down, guys, and then I want to. It's important we talk about the frame, so just hold up for a minute. And as you know, I like to storage charge my stuff all the way, or right away. Okay, so where's the other?
Tarun said, yeah, close that window.
Oh yeah, good call. Mosquitoes, thank you. Tarun saved me from the West Nile virus or Tripoli or dengue fever, all the above. I'm trying to find. I have one more cup, like a brand new. Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna open it up.
Bruce Campbell.
Fuck it.
Said.
Brand new.
I always
bought
try
3
to
of
fly
these.
to storage charge or get close.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I want,
Tarun
you know, like I'm
said, at Bruce Campbell Ditto. 2D GPT. Said. To be able to emote with sounds on stream, type, sounds. Midnight Jesus. Said. To be able to emote with sounds on stream.
Oh my god, I hate
type,
that. I thought
sounds.
I silenced that. You fly to storage charge. No, I fly past it, but I try to get it on immediately, like as fast as possible. That's an even better habit though, to fly to storage charge. Here, might as well. You can see all the drone shit. I'm not checking the voltage when I parallel charge these because I flew them all about to the same voltage, so there's not going to be a more than 1 volt difference. So that's why I'm not checking the voltage.
Jimbob said, what kind of charger?
Hoda S6, and these are HGLRC Thor parallel chargers. Boards, I should say, not. Obviously, they're not chargers. Parallel boards. I have to set to 2.6 amps and one 1.3 because we only did 6 today. But yeah, the Hoda S6 is a very good charger. I know Mads Tech recommends that you like get the one without a power supply, and then you do your own power supply. That's probably the ideal, but this is fine, and I'm not super worried about it exploding on me. All right, so let's look at this real quick. Okay, I want to talk to you about why, if you do get this frame, first of all, it's a dead cat. You got to be, or squashed. It's not an X. I mean, if you look at the arms don't line up in that sense. Not that they have to, but it's still squashed. So I mean, you know, it's the motors that line up, but if you look at it, it's squashed. So you could have the arms go like, just the position of the arm doesn't matter. The arm could be a zigzag, go upside down and do another dimension. You know, it's about are the motors
Tarun
equidistant
said,
from one another?
It's a little uggo imho.
They're not. It's a little uggo. Yeah, it's not pretty. You're not wrong. But it's, if you like this kind of frame, and with the way that this is sticking out, you notice
Bruce
there's no
Campbell
props in view. So
said, good cam protection.
You're 100% right. It's great cam protection. I think the print quality is poor, but it's great camera protection. And I'll show you my mod. I made a mod to it that I think is superior for if you get this. But like I said, for a 2-inch, if you don't want props in view, it's good.
Tarun
with some major
said,
exceptions.
What about cam filters though? Anglais.
No, absolutely does not do cam filters.
I like the horn.
I only fly live with it, so they don't. That doesn't affect me. The horn antenna holder. Okay, so here's the thing. This is not an antenna holder. I chopped it and drilled it out to make it an antenna holder. It is not made for that. That's the mod that I made. But we're going to open up a brand new one, and I'm going to show you why, if you want a squashed... yeah, it looks like a rhino. If you want a squashed X, it's not... Yeah. I mean, dead cat squashed X, whatever you want to call it. If you want this... you're gonna have to make mods, or it sucks. So let's open it up. I don't care. You know what I mean? Okay. So overall durable. Oh yeah, look. Anyway, overall durable, but I can't say it's an amazing design, because if you have a diamond shape, like at least with this board, with the Beta FPV F405, the USB is right in line with this, and you have to take a motor off just to plug it in, which, you know, you only have to remove 4 screws, but that's annoying. Nobody wants to do that. You just want to plug it in. So depending on your flight controller, that might be an issue. So, you're going to have to kind of eyeball it. Like, you know, depending on the flight controller you have on here, eyeball it and see if it's going to line up with one of the legs. Maybe that's a deal breaker for you. But overall, I think this is a nice design and it's durable. It's good, right? The top plate, you know, not bad. It's thinner, but it's still strong and durable, and it does its job. The
said, learn Betaful telepathy.
Yeah, or that. I mean, that would be ideal. Then that way we don't have to be plugging into computers at all. So I complained about the print quality on the other two, and then I pulled this out of the package, and this actually is decent. This is actually the best one of the 3. The first one, I can't find it, but it was so bad. And also, they must have changed something, because this is a little more rigid than the other ones. This one is softer. I mean, this one isn't even mounted, so of course it's going to squish there. But I can tell you right now, this is more rigid. This is a better print. But if you notice, the rhino horn is not meant for the antenna. if you look at like how much space you have, there's plenty of space, and you could put an
Unlol.
antenna here. But I wanted it
Said,
as far away as the
a lot
RX
of
as
FC
possible.
have Bluetooth now that you can use to configure Betaflight.
God, that's so much better of an idea. Holy shit. My God. I would like, I would take, I hate I'm a Bluetooth hater, but that is the one thing I would use it for, because Bluetooth has so much latency, but who gives a shit for Betaflight, right? Who cares about latency? So anyway, okay, now I could say if you buy this, and who knows what you're going to get, the TPU is decent. But what I like, what I know, so you have to make this mod and then you have to drill it out. It's not drilled out, but this is a worthwhile mod. I will say one thing though. This less rigid, softer TPU, in the way that the camera sits away from the frame, really makes this like it really absorbs impact in an incredible way. You guys saw me fly this into the side of my house
Bruce
after
Campbell
a tree drop.
Said, I think Jack Dorsey's new app is based on Bluetooth.
I'll have to look it up. Not familiar. I know he's the Twitter guy. But yeah, this design at first, because I didn't like the quality of the TPU, but actually the squishiness of it and the way that it is mounted away, this is brilliant. This is a very, very, very smart design. And it protects the camera well. So like right off the bat, my knee jerk was to complain about this. And then when we started flying it, if you go back a few streams ago, I was like, no, this is a smart design. So this is very smart. And I think more frames should do this. Small frame, like, maybe you could do it with
Campbell
a 3.5 inch, 5 inch frame. I don't know. But
protection
for a small
is so
one,
important, man.
It is. This is a great, great design. So make the mod, all this stuff, like do the mod, drill it out. Drilling out TPU is annoying because it's stretchy. So you have to use a bigger bit than you think. But all this stuff, top notch. I like it. It's good. Maybe a little uggo, but it does its job. Now here's the thing. There's two major flaws with this frame, and we're not even including the fact that maybe you have to unscrew a motor. These are major, major flaws, in my opinion. And and you can correct them, but it's annoying. Who wants to do that? I don't. I did, but I don't want to. These are plastic standoffs, and the hardware will just keep turning inside of the plastic standoffs, meaning they don't properly, they strip right away. It just strips right away. That's a
Bruce Campbell
huge
said,
no. They even made it looks like there's the top of the standoff is recessed, so your hardware, I don't even know why you do that, honestly, because it's underneath the piece of carbon fiber. So I don't know why that's like that, but yeah, it's that gives you that you lose like a 0.5 millimeter on a turn just from that being recessed. And there's no good reason for that. And we already don't have enough to screw down into. So you have to buy new hardware. I promise you have to. You will not survive with this if you're flying a heavy 2-inch like I am with a 2S battery. The vibration, like I had screws fall out 4 times from the bottom of this. Right here, I put in screws that are 18 millimeter, actually 20 millimeters long, just to get it to grab. And after I put in, I modded that with longer screws, which we'd solve that if we just had metal standoffs. And I chopped up an Erase Day Quads, fucking battery strap, and I sewed it. And I had to tuck it in here and sew it while it was like, I had to sew it on. So there's like no getting that thing off unless I cut it off literally with scissors. But their solution is rubber bands. Second major flaw for this unit, if we're not counting the having to pull the motor off to plug in a Betaflight. These rubber bands loosen up very quickly. I'm talking 4 packs, 5 packs. They're loose. They're looser, and they're not good. You get so much frame vibration from this bobbling around. It's really, really, really shabby. So unless you want to put a battery strap in here, and it has to be like, unless you have the right size. Let me show you. You're going to have to sew it or find a really tiny one or something. Oops, I folded it over. Hold on. Do I even have that right? Yeah, I got it the other way. Whatever. All right. So let's get it in. Once you get it in, and then you're going to run into problems with that flap. It's kind of annoying, especially if you have everything mounted. So you got to do this. I sewed it with, like, I disconnected I loosened the flight controller and pulled it up a little bit, but I sewed it with the flight controller on still because I'm lazy and I do everything the hard way. But the point is, even if you have one that seems like it's small enough, by the time you thread it through, it might not have anything to grab onto. So your Velcro might be... Oh, fuck. I told you we're running into issues with that. All right, there we go. So you might not have anything to grab onto. See right here? That doesn't go onto that. We need this. So basically, you have to chop some of this off if you have a longer one, and then some of this, and then you need to re-sew it right here, which is what I did. And it was fucking annoying. So I just did a shitty half-ass sew job right here. But so 3 mods on this frame. Long screws should be metal standoffs. So when I get them, that'll be the mod. A battery strap instead of rubber bands, because these are dog shit. And drilling out the rhino horn and putting the antenna in there so you have nice separation between VTX and RX, just because you don't want any interference. And after doing all that bullshit, it's a good frame. The question is, do you want to deal with that bullshit? A lot of people won't want to. And I would not opt into that again personally. It was just, I just want to get a frame and fucking use it. That's just me. But yeah. So the plastic standoffs and rubber bands, garbage. So the 2 days
Bruce
ago
Campbell said, "Good job."
Thank you. 2 days ago when we were flying this with the rubber bands and with the screws falling out, if I punched it, it was like the frame was like rocking. I mean, part of it was we had 2 things going on. We were getting vibrations where the whole frame was rocking. And then when the hardware fell out, we were getting the camera bobbling. So you notice today, none of that. So in my opinion, when you buy a frame,
John Bob said,
it should have all the
missing
stuff.
camera screw too.
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Campbell
Yeah.
said,
That's why I was saying
those
there's the
bands
2
are
things.
ill-conceived for sure.
Oh, the bands. Oh my God. Disgusting. Like, what the fuck? And this is made for an 04. So it's, a lot of people are going to be flying 2S. So, I don't even think they're good. I wouldn't even recommend it if you were just flying 1S batteries, but I'm sure, and they're actually kind of too big for 1S batteries. So, I mean, these are made for 2S. Not good. Now, I understand some frames don't come with TPU stuff. I personally would rather buy one with everything. I did get my 3D printers in the mail. My TPU was supposed to come in today and it didn't. So I'll be able to start printing my own stuff, so that won't bother me so much. But the baby turtle frame didn't come with a canopy or it doesn't have a canopy. Basically, you have to have the little TPU things that go on each side to mount. It didn't come with a camera mount. But that's fine. All the other stuff on the baby turtle is solid, and that's kind of more important to me. Because let's be honest, sourcing hardware can be really annoying. Like, oh, do I need 7mm screws, 5mm screws? Where am I going to get them from? Oh, sweet. I have to wait 5 days to get 10 screws in the mail. It's just, that's bullshit. It's annoying.
Bruce Campbell said, have a peek at the Volator 3.5 if ya get the chance and haven't seen it. MJ.
I'll take a look right now. For sure. I'm done with my rant, but like I said, I think this could have been, I think squashed is great. It's actually the squash format. I know you guys don't give a shit, but it's good for the stream because there's no props in view. You just get to see raw, like, nice flight. This has potential. Just get rid of the fucking rubber bands. Charge a little bit more. Like, that's the other thing. I don't think anybody in FPV is going to complain if you charge an extra $2 for better hardware. Come on. So do it right. And obviously they got their shit together with the TPU because I bought 3 of these. In the third one, it's a pretty nice print. So it's got, 2 problems to solve. I don't think it's going to solve the other problem of with some flight controllers, the USB being in the way, but you know what? How are you going to, it's not like when you're designing a frame that these frame designers have enough money to like try out 40 flight controllers. I get that. So that's why I said it's annoying, but I didn't even count it as like a knock against the frame, really.
Tarun
it's the other things.
Said, I saw a buddy's Volator. It looked nice and flew well. FPV Emperor.
So now I got to make sure all this stuff doesn't.
They showered learn from the wingsuit face with tears of joy.
Yeah, when are you going to release the wingsuit, man? That's one thing that I know about the wingsuit is you've tested it so much, there's not going to be, as long as you use it as intended, of course, there's not going to be no bullshit. And that's good. Fucking rubber bands though, man. That's wild. Let's check out
Bruce Campbell.
Oops, wrong
said,
mouse.
Cool Tarun, I'm building one now. Only have the VTX, frame, and motors so far.
Tarun, or
Tarun
Emperor.
Said, yeah, when do we get
Are you going to do an
MLOL?
04 unit, 04 version of the wingsuit? Folder 3.5. There we go. Let me move this back. Where are we here? Oh, hold on, my batteries. Those were done. All right. Is it the VX3? VX 3.5? This says 03. Is this it?
Chawif 13.
Are you saying the Volder's
Said,
heavy? Yeah, but it looks
that
like a
frame is
basher, though.
heavy.
You know what I mean? This is the kind of frame
Tarun
I like.
Said, at Bruce Campbell,
looks
good
sweet.
stuff, have fun with it. I'm working my first 5 Siren S2 and need most everything LOL. FPV Emperor said, the analog tests are satisfactory, now working on the 04 Lite.
Awesome,
Done
man.
with the canopy, just
man.
waiting on Matrix FC to test. Bruce Campbell
Dude,
said,
I love your
yep, VX
your frame.
3.504.
Anybody?
Bruce Campbell said, 63G with TPU. FPV
You do
Emperor
have a VX32 Emperor?
said, I have the Volator VX3.
Yeah, this
It's a
thing
great
looks
frame.
This thing looks like a basher. That's what I like that. Like I'm not like a
Chawif 13
lightweight.
said,
I want to smash it into
Jack's
shit
3D printing for
and
the little
know
trippin'.
it's gonna survive. These are metal. It looks like it's got good skates on it. It looks cool. Jack's 3D printing for the little. Try Jack's 3D printing. Wait, what?
Bruce Campbell said, was easy to build, came together fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot you mentioned the. Here we go. Triton 5.5 inch prints. Seven inch. How did the Triton come up? I've completely like.
Tarun said, Chewy, that looks nice, like stronger and lighter than the Volator. Chewip 13 said, they have a 3.6 also. Dave S. said,
11,500.
Good
Sorry,
evening.
Dave. I
What
might have
KV
left that
did
out.
you say your 1,202.5 motor were?
I might have left that out.
Chewip
Wait.
13 said,
What was I gonna say?
It is. I'm still gonna get one soon.
So let me show you the frame that Chewy recommended to me that I bought. I got it from Wrecked, so we might as well go to. This is we're gonna be flying this Friday. We're gonna put all our DJI.
Dave S.
This
said, I have the 2-inch
gonna go
Apex
in
frame
this.
on order from Jungle Site. Chewip 13 said, I had the Velotor but it broke into pieces on a simple crash. Bruce Campbell said, damn, don't tell me that.
Damn. That's not good. It looks like a basher. Well, God damn it. Looks are deceiving.
Chewip 13 said,
well,
and I crash hard.
Well, good luck, Bruce.
Chewip 13 said, so for a simple one it's face vomiting.
Chewy knows his
Bruce
shit,
Campbell
so honestly I'd
said,
listen to Chewy.
Weird, so many folks would say it was tough. FPV Emperor said, I wonder where you got your Volator.
Maybe it's a bootleg Volator. By the way, do you say Volador? Because TTS is saying Volador. Is it Volador or Volador?
Dave S. said, if I get pink motors, will they make fun of me?
I have one pink motor.
FPV Emperor.
Because one of my motors
said,
is bad. I didn't send it back to
I've crushed mine on
Pyro
tarmac
Drone yet.
and that thing was not phased. Tarun.
Well, see, now
said,
Emperor knows his shit too, though.
My guy was hitting trees no prob and that's why he suggested it. Chewip 13 said, no man, I have pink prints and motors also.
Nothing wrong with pink. But this little guy we're going to be flying Friday. So we'll see how, like, bigger props.
Dave S.
in a bigger
said,
frame flies.
Found RC in power 1202.51150 kV but pink in color LOL.
Yeah, that's all. That's
Bruce
pretty much
Campbell
all that's available. Get the pink, man.
Anecdotes gonna anecdote. Tarun.
Anecdotes. Yeah,
said,
true.
Brighter is better when you're in the brush. Chewip 13.
Tarun is correct.
Said, that's a nice frame. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun with this. We're already like really fast. And with the 2.5-inch props, I think we're gonna be even faster. I mean, so, you know, we don't want to grow to the point to where it's not feasible to fly around the property. I Obviously, I could just motor limit or something. I know all that. You know, I get that. Throttle limit, motor limit, or master multiplier, all that. But, you know, just saying. So I'm pumped for this. By the way, FPV Emperor, let's check out his wingsuit.
Chawip 13.
Which one should we watch? Let's hit
said,
this one first.
Those antennas
Well,
are
let me-
meant to be cut so you can slide in your antenna wires. If you have some also it helps for turtle mode. FPV Emperor said, I don't think MJ needs to worry about durability. You are a good and fairly careful pilot in my opinion.
Yeah, I try to be. I shoot for that, but we've had a couple of nasty crashes. I mean, a lot of the major shit that's happened is things catching fire, which really wasn't because of a
Bruce
nasty
Campbell
crash. But
said, at Chawip 13 barring its durability, how will the Volata run on 1600 and 3800 kV4s would you say? Chawip 13 said, I'm not haha. Jimbob said, Gemfan 2512 tri-blade propellers on 2s works best on those motors according to reviews.
on the 1604s?
Chawip 13 said, okay, but is these have a tall bell?
Now they're painted. Now you painted the wingsuit.
Bruce Campbell
I dig the
said,
red paint job.
small motors.
I'm gonna pause it. Look at that. It's such a cool little design. And wingsuit's such a good name for it.
Jimbob
I mean, it literally looks like a
said,
wingsuit.
Resin power 1200
No props
and
in view.
2.51150 kV. FPV
Yeah,
Emperor
this is 65.
said, that's the 65 millimeters. Chawip 13 said, well it won't matter.
You've flown this. You've shown a flight, right?
It's basically a 65.
We have a in-house flight.
The Meteor 60.
Let's see the... No props in view at all.
Tarun
It's hard to fly in such a
said,
tiny little space.
the
like
better it flies, the
I
less
can't
you
fly
crash
in my
run.
little...
Chawip 13 said,
I don't have enough
Jumbo
room.
hit it, that's a good size for that.
I need room to fly. I need to fly outdoors. I've tried to fly in my house and it's like not great. Obviously not with the 2S, but wait. Do you have the 75 video of the larger one?
FPV Emperor
Yeah, the
said,
2-inch.
yes, I have flown that one a lot.
But what do you
I'm
call
making
it?
the 2-inch one digital after I listened to your advice.
Are you... Here it is. There we go.
Technique FPV
Hello everyone.
said, Wazap Dromies,
Look at that.
mechanical arm alien.
What's going on, man?
Chawip
What up,
13 said, what up Trinique? FPV Emperor said,
I love this
a
design.
technique.
So I've come with an update on.
Hey, wait. Have you flown the 2-inch? Here we go. Here's the flight of the 2-inch.
Technique FPV said, Emperor chews up dudes. Chawip 13
Yeah,
said,
Emperor, I mean, the ability
like
to
how
put,
you have 4
you know,
holes on
the
the
ability
motor
to fly
mounts.
this analog or digital is I mean, if you can make if you can make it accommodate both, I mean, it should be able to, right? Because especially if you design it, if you design it for digital, somebody can, or for analog, somebody could, just have like a reference design for like if they want to print their own canopy for digital, or the other way around. If you design it for digital, have a reference design for somebody who wants to. And actually, I mean, you cut your canopies, right? So you could even just include that. You could just, if possible, make it do both. But the frame looks like it flies really nice too, and the benefit of it is
Chawip 13 said
it's going to be like,
Heck,
you guys know I like a
frames
basher.
for analog and analog frames for digital, rolling on the floor laughing.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, so it just helps to like, somebody might see the frame, fall in love with it, and go, "Oh, but I want to put this on it." And if you have like even 3D print files, say, well, if you want to use it for this, it works really well. It's like that just goes, I think, even further for like selling the frame. But what was I gonna say? For me, the durability of the design, you know that like I believe it's going to be more durable.
Said, yes.
And that's
for
thick
a
carbon
dead cat,
fiber.
That frame flies really good. It also does good freestyle.
Yeah. I think like I'm just looking at it, and I think that they're not going to have any vibration issues 100 like at all, 0. But
Dave S.
It's such a cool design.
Said,
I want to get that like center view.
Problem is with some AIO, there is no OSD chip. It's made for HD video. Then you gotta get telemetry callouts for voltage on analog. Chawip 13 said, is that carbon woven or is it overlapping?
That's a good question.
Tarun said, if it was a straight X, you could call
Ninja
it
Star is
Ninja
a cool
Star.
name too.
FPV Emperor said, the FPV community South Africa is really waiting for this frame.
I know, you got to get it done. What's going to like when I get my hands on one that, I don't, the only reason why I transplant stuff is because, the frame's broken, right? So, and obviously I do want to try 2.5 inch. So that's why we're going to transplant this one. But if I was totally satisfied with this, I'd just be flying this for months. So by the time I get the wingsuit, I don't imagine I'm going to break it. And it's probably I'm just going to keep flying it. I mean, and for me, that's a good thing. I know that might get boring for you guys. Like,
13 said,
I could always try. I do want to do a 1003 like on the baby turtle though. I want to do like a small, like a build with less thrust. Yeah, I think we all want them.
Tarun.
Where are you in the production right now?
Ditto. I know you got a few of us waiting here for it.
I'm going to fire up Tootie for a minute because I really got to fix him.
Okay. I'm ready and listening.
Are you
Your
now?
stream name. It's great to have you here. How's your day going so far? I'm feeling alive and kicking. Ready to chat and help out with whatever's on your mind.
Are you talking to yourself?
Maybe a little bit. I'm just getting warmed up for our conversation. What's new with you? Anything exciting happening?
Well, we just got done flying our drone and it was pretty fun.
Whoa, that sounds like a blast. I can see why you'd have a great time flying a drone.
You're keeping it short. Is that because you listened to my advice earlier?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it concise and let the excitement shine
FPV
through.
Emperor
But tell me more about
said,
your drone flying
I'm
experience.
done with production.
What kind of adventures did you have
but
in the
I want
skies?
to do digital tests
Nope.
with the 04
I didn't
Lite
recall
first,
listening
then
to any
release.
advice from you earlier.
I want to
Did something
provide
specific
04 Lite
happen?
canopies too.
FPV Emperor says in chat, I'm done with production, but I
So
want to
what were you trying to say? Oh yeah, I can see vision analysis results. You're trying to capture a drone flying through a narrow tunnel. It looks like the tunnel is really dark and there are some obstacles in the way.
Why
You're
do you
going to
keep
need to
interrupting
focus on the
me?
camera lens to get a clear shot. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just really excited to be a part of this conversation and help you express your thoughts. I'll try to let you finish your sentences from now on. Please, do go on.
FPV Emperor said, I'm done with production, but I want to do digital tests with the 04 Lite first, then release. And he's talking
Search
about his wing.
results show that FPV Amber is a popular drone racing pilot, and it looks like she's decided to hang up her racing goggles for good. But it sounds like she's wanting to try something new? Maybe a different type of flight or even a new hobby altogether? What do you think she might be
Why
interested
won't
in
you let
trying
me
next?
finish
Search
speaking?
results suggest that the 04
FPV
Lite
Emperor
is a common indicator
said,
used in drone racing to
rolling on
denote
the floor
lane
laughing.
changes or important
Dave S.
warnings. And now
said,
you're mentioning a wink from a
like a
pilot
little
named
kid.
04? Oh no, I'm
Tone
so sorry. I didn't
said,
mean to cut you off again.
slash
I'm
shout
just
out,
really
Bamber.
eager to hear what you have to say
Bruce
and help
Campbell
you share your thoughts.
said,
Please take your time
LOL.
and finish your sentence.
Chawif
I
13
promise I'll listen carefully
said,
and respond thoughtfully.
I sent you an email, MJ.
Chewy in chat sent me an email. Let's see what it is, Tootie.
Search results indicate that Tutti is a virtual assistant AI just
Okay, I'm shutting him down. He's getting false. He's, for some reason, something I said is making him search the internet. And it actually triggered the Vision API as well. I don't know why. And his, like I said, this is a brand new build for Tootie. And some of his responses are running into each other. I think I know why that is, but it's very annoying. Chewy, I don't think. Let me check my spam, but normally I didn't get an email yet. When did you send it? Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, it's annoying because he's actually funny.
Chawif 13
but
said,
just now. But the search is not perfected yet. Because it has to be conversational, and neither is Vision.
Chawif 13
and he just carries on forever.
https://www.thingiverse.com.
Okay. Yeah,
Chawif 13
I still don't have it.
said, okay, this was it what I sent.
Yeah, maybe you typed it in wrong. All right. Okay. These are the ones I'm going to have to print. I'll be printing these like maybe tomorrow. We might actually do my first 3D print ever. And there's a webcam in the Century Carbon. So we'll like watch it while we're dicking around. I got to figure all that out. I have a computer I have to put together. I have, so it's not a promise, but it'd be cool to print something live and go through it on stream. But, so this is the mount, huh? Wait, this fits the, well, which one? That's Cadix. Oh, it says right here, Cadix. I was like, that's not going to fit the L4. Run cam, 1S.
Chawif 13 said,
shoes.
Okay, there are several there.
Yeah, I'm really, it took me a minute. Antenna holder, cool. HD0, walk snail. Wow. Who made this? So, oh, it's sub 250 FPV. What one's this?
Chawif
Why is there
13
no
said. Also I use these for other style cameras and other stuff that it doesn't intended for.
Jesus, there's so many options. It's pretty sweet. Where's the 04 though? I didn't see the 04 here at all. Caddx, Ant, Lite, Foxeer, Pico, Runcam Nano, Runcam Atom.
13 said. If it fits, I build it.
I hear that. Yeah, I don't see the 04. It's not that one, right? No. Got to be square.
Bruce Campbell said. Have a good night, guys. Great stream, MJ.
Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging, Bruce. Have a good night. I'd have Tootie sign off if he wasn't so broken right now. I'd have Tootie say bye. Yeah, there's no... Am I blind, Chewy? Because I don't see an 04.
Tarun said.
I don't see an 04
Later,
there.
Bruce. Dave S. said. MPU 6000 is the undesirable gyro, right?
I don't know enough about that. I always like... I don't know, man. I think... I'm not super picky about that stuff. It depends on... I don't know. I'm not racing. So if you're doing stuff like me, I wouldn't worry too much about that stuff, especially if you can save money. But if you're choosing between a better and a worse gyro and it's the same amount of money, well, you know, the choice is obvious there.
Said, that's a great gyro.
So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about that stuff unless you're like a racer.
Said,
and it really matters.
Maybe it just need the right settings in beta flight.
Why? What's going on with yours? Let's play some Zelda music. All right.
Chawip 13 said, that's good for freestyle, but it's really meant for racing in theory.
That's what yeah. So it's more for racing. I mean, the racing guys, they're trying to shave off milliseconds and stuff, you know, so I get
Dave S.
why they're particular.
Said,
if you fly like me,
at new flight controllers,
doesn't matter.
But I remember something was up with MPU 6000.
Yeah, there might be an issue. We'll look it up, actually. Actually, fuck it. Let me, let's test out Tootie's search functionality. He's gonna be really verbose. I'm gonna warn you right now. What's up, Dart Doc? I saw you pop in. We got a new Tootie, but he's kind of broken. Totally new pipeline again for the 7th time. I think this one's funnier, but...
I'm ready and listening.
Dave S. said,
search the internet for MPU 6000 gyro issues.
Dart Doc said,
the MPU 6000 is a popular low-power, high-performance 6-axis motion processing unit used in a variety of applications, including consumer electronics, gaming, and industrial control systems. Unfortunately, like any complex electronic component, it's not immune to issues. According to online forums and documentation, some common issues with the MPU 6000 gyro include
get that print for baby turtle,
inaccurate or erratic sensor data, which can be caused by factors such as vibration, shock, or incorrect calibration.
There you go.
Susceptibility to electromagnetic interference, EMI, which can affect the sensor readings. Limited range and sensitivity, particularly at high frequencies or in high-speed applications. Potential issues with the PCB design, such as routing or manufacturing defects, which can cause problems with signal integrity or data corruption.
Oh wait, I do have it. I actually
software
have prints
errors
that were
or
done
bugs,
for me recently.
which can occur when using the MPU 6000 in conjunction with other sensors or systems.
You know how boring this is?
To mitigate these issues, users and developers often implement workarounds such as using software filtering or calibration routines to improve sensor accuracy, implementing shielding or EMI
We can keep
reduction
talking about
measures
FP.
to reduce
Okay.
interference.
He shouldn't. That's hilarious. I've never tested it like that. The amount of time that he just went on is insane. I've never, like, I have no idea. He was reading like everything. I'm gonna fire him back up again. We're gonna keep talking about FPV. I'm gonna dick around with the video game while we're talking FPV. So you can continue.
I'm ready and listening.
Yeah, dude, you were just saying some really, really boring shit, and it was very annoying.
https
Whoa, slow down. I think I might have hit a snag there, friend. I'm all about keeping it fresh and interesting, but sometimes I might get stuck on some less than thrilling topics. Let me try to dig up something more exciting for you. Hey, have you seen those new drone racing courses that just popped up online? I heard they're getting a ton of publicity, and it's crazy to see how fast those tiny drones can move. Or maybe we could chat about some of the coolest weirdos you find on social media. I swear, some people's content is straight up mesmerizing. What do you reckon, my friend? Fancy something more thrilling?
You are so verbose. I'm going to need you to scale it back. You're talking way too much.
Sorry to hear that, bud. I'll try to tone it down and get to the point without hogging all the spotlight. What specifically do you need me to focus on? Got it. Let's keep it simple.
Hogging all the spotlight, huh? You really think highly of yourself, don't you?
Yeah, it sounds like I might have gotten a little full of myself there. Ouch, guess that hurt a bit.
Just kidding. I love you, Tootie. You're funny.
Oh, thanks, friend. I'm glad I could bring a smile to your face.
I have music playing, and I'm playing zombies at my neighbors, and I'm talking to people in chat about FPV, and
That sounds like a blast. So you're browsing through a popular social media platform, funny poke videos, and sharing laughs with friends?
No, dude, I'm live streaming. We're in front of people. You got to kind of like comport yourself.
You're going
properly.
live on Facebook Gaming, broadcasting your Fortnite gameplay to the world. How's your stream going so far?
I didn't
Got it.
say that.
I'll keep it professional then. Clears throat. Hello, everyone. I'm here to provide some awesome commentary and chat with this awesome streamer. What's the plan for the rest of the stream? Crickets!
Wow, very funny.
Sorry about that. I think I was trying to make a joke, but it seems like I fell flat. How about we focus on the stream instead? What's the game plan for today?
That's actually what makes it so funny to me. The hair is from The Big Lebowski because he looks like the dude minus the goatee. If you've never seen The Big Lebowski, his voice is supposed to be like that. That's how I designed it. But the problem is sometimes he's replying twice to the same thing, and I haven't figured why. And he talks too much. When he's quick, it's actually really funny. I don't know why all of a sudden he's talking so much. Because in my testing over the past couple of days, he wasn't. But he's like droning on. I don't get it because I have a system prompt that is supposed to prevent that. So something is going on, I think, with the LLM before it's feeding into 11 Labs. That actually is Plankton, believe it or not. But I can't do that voice unless that's a voice I trained through RVC, and I can't really use that with this project in an efficient way. It's going to add too much processing time to his responses. So I talk to him and it's going to be like 6 seconds before it spits out. So like the old Tootie voice, and the old Tootie voice isn't going to have, like, this is way more dynamic. He has a lot more like personality and emotion in this one. And it's because of the way 11 Labs V3 or V2.5 turbo works. Oh, I got credit for that, and the zombies killed him. Yeah, but what's annoying is how long he's talking, and he's not supposed to be. But because this is like a fresh, like, this is literally fresh. Like almost, like actually all the code is brand new. And it's like the 7th iteration of Tootie, and it was all because of cost. Because the other version, using the real-time API was extremely expensive. Like I said, it cost me about $100 to test it just over 3 or 4 days. And then, you know, so once they get those costs down, we could probably go back to that version. But this version has way more potential in my opinion. And because it uses a much smaller parameter model, it's going to be lighter weight, cheaper, easier to mod. So two of the people got killed. That sucks. If you guys never played this in the 90s, you're missing out. By the way, we can still, you know, just because I'm just playing this, just keep my fingers busy. We don't need to shift subjects. We can still shoot the shit about FPV or whatever we want to talk about. I really would like to fly my 3.5-inch live for you guys. But like I said, we're just not going to have the... one of these days I'll do a test stream with like a hotspot or something just to see. I know it's not going to work correctly. But, and you know, we're not going to have the capital for a Starlink stream. Yeah, if you guys never played this on SNES when you were kids, you totally missed out. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's like you don't necessarily have to put an 04 Pro on there. But what's the upper limitation, though, for the 03 or 04 Lite? Isn't there, like... Isn't there a limitation? I can't remember, honestly. I want to try to actually... These little Chucky dolls, look at they... I like the little animations. The death animations in this. This game has like 100 something levels or something insane like that. This game is like impossible to beat. I can't hit that yet. Oh yeah, we got to turn speech chat back on. I turned it off because it was reading links. All right, you guys got voices again.
Dave S. said, I stocked up,
everything's
got a spare 03 and 04 Pro sitting on the bench.
Can somebody...
13 said, 3s is the max but still pushing it a bit with no Beck.
That's it,
Add
that's
a Beck
it, that's
Force
it.
is your friend.
3S.
Dave S. said, 304 lights in the fleet.
Oh my god, this fucking zombie, leave me alone. There we go. Can somebody please, like, I gotta be honest. I haven't been following, like, the DJI shit. What's going on with that? Like, why is it banned until August? Like, what's going on? What happened? Is it, like, a continuation of the other ban that they were going to do because they're collecting information, or what?
Dave S. said, I might take the Mobula 804 out and put in the Apex 2-inch
Mobula
frame.
8's such a durable frame, though.
Chawip 13 said, is it till August?
So somebody educate me on that, because I've not been really keeping track.
Dave S. said, multiple issues it sounds like. Dark Doc said, they don't ship anything until tariffs will be predictable.
Oh, that's it? It's a tariff thing? Shit.
Dark Doc
I
said,
died.
more or less.
Okay. It's all very annoying, all this bullshit that's happening. Annoying and unnecessary.
Chawip 13 said, I think cause tariffs and Trump wants them to agree, but DJI said no more for us but rest of world yes.
Right. Yeah, well. I can't blame anybody for not wanting to deal with the tariffs, any
said,
company.
US Customs was messing with DJI, it's not official but they're talking about National Defense Act for an actual ban.
Yeah.
Dave S. said,
well,
I still think they sold a ton of product and just don't have the stock.
Maybe. Maybe they're lying. But wouldn't the White House say, like, they're bullshit? You know, we didn't. Who knows with them.
Dave S. said, 04 Pro sold out twice then tariffs hit. Tarun said, all DJI care is cancelled right now cause you can't get replacement drones shipped LOL.
Yeah, that's very annoying, isn't it?
Chawip 13 said, like if we look at DJI site we have out of stock. But if someone else around the world looks at the site they have available items.
Right.
FPV Emperor said, Trump placed a 30% tariff on all South African imports in the USA. Still a little high but not as high as the other countries.
Yeah, I think the tariff shit's stupid as hell. But what I don't really make any apologies for my politics, but I think Trump is a piece of shit. Straight up. That said, where I've always been in agreement with the government in general, Trump aside, is China is clearly hostile towards us. The government, not the people, of course. I never, who blames the people? Nobody ever blames the people. But the government is hostile towards us, and they absolutely are collecting our data. I have
not any direct DJI products.
I make money off of TikTok, and I got to be honest, their mass data collection is real, and it's not good. Like, it's only going to be eventually be used against us. We give,
Dave S. said,
we
yeah,
give
like
a
many
hostile
4R
government
on
too much
Amazon.
control of us, and it's not good. Mini 4. You can still get a Mini 4 on Amazon?
Dave S. said, I can't imagine where we would be right now with Kamala and terrible Tim in office.
Why?
Dave S.
Like what? Why though?
said,
like what?
Scary places.
What's the like? What would be the reason for that? Like how would they be worse?
Dave S.
Trump is the kind of guy.
said, I know for a fact Tim has ruined our state.
Well, I can't comment on your
Dave
state.
S. said, I like under his rule. Dave S. said, live.
Wait, what? I didn't catch that. Well, shit. Where's the portal? The thing about the current administration is it's divisive. It sows seeds of hate. ICE is straight up racist. It's they're ignoring the Constitution. For Republicans to be like hardcore, yeah, we're all about the Constitution, and then just flip the script on that is total bullshit.
Said, explain to me how DJI can fly 5 miles out without bouncing all over Chinese satellites. Haha, everyone hates their local government. Dave, we AHD Chris Christie LOL.
Yeah, Chris Christie, holy shit.
Dave S. said, I don't agree with everything Trump is doing either.
Yeah, but, right. I mean, I rarely agree with a politician I even support. You know, like, I don't agree with everything anybody says. But it's not about that. What the horrible, awful things he's doing
Dave S.
are unconscionable
said,
and should not be tolerated by a civilized society.
During Biden.
Like, so it's not about just like agreeing or disagreeing. It's that there's a limit to where you there's a certain point to where it just should be unacceptable. Like the fucking Doge shit with Elon and all that, unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. He's just like, I remember when they gave Obama shit for wearing a brown suit. And the shit that's happening now is so fucking far beyond that. If we're all being honest instead of, you know, I think the problem with politics is that it's too much team sports.
Tarun
My team versus your
said,
team, and that's bullshit.
I'm getting the Rotor Riot Made in America FC/ESC stack LOL.
Like, everybody's excited when their team wins. Who gives a fuck? Why do you care about like, I don't care what politician I vote for. They're not on my fucking team. Like, you know what I mean? So stop making it like team sports. I think if everybody stopped making it like team sports, we'd be so much better off.
Tarun said, but he wrote 100 letters. Didn't you hear about the letters?
Yeah.
Dave S. said,
holy shit, I'm getting swarmed.
We can really do shit about it anyhow. Dave S. said,
yeah, you're not wrong. We're kind of fucked in that case. But the team sports, we can do things about. And it shouldn't be nana nana boo boo, my team won. That's fucking dumb. That's some high school shit. We need to like grow up as a like society. There we go. Where the fuck is that last? Where's that portal? Was it down here? What were you saying about Rotor Riot, by the way? I missed that. I'm so concentrating on trying to find this goddamn portal.
Tarun said, too many loud people for discourse imo, but let's be nice at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of part of it. I mean, it depends though. I mean, if people are doing racist shit, no. No being nice. That's unacceptable. In every way. But otherwise, if it's just, you know, like, if it's real discourse and it's real, like, let me give an example. If we're talking about the economy, there's a lot of different ways. I mean, that's not it's regardless of what your politics are, it's not easy to make everybody happy. I think there are probably right and wrong ways to do it. There's good and bad monetary policy. But
FPV Emperor,
it makes sense to disagree
said,
on that stuff.
Is still can't fathom the fact that humans are the smartest creation yet the dumbest.
Yeah, we've definitely fucked
Taru
ourselves. That's for sure.
said,
And we're terrible for the environment.
I want HIGOW 5 Week 3 giveaway, with
Dudes.
the Rotor Riot FCESC stack they claim is made in USA.
Where's
Taru
this fucking portal?
said,
I'm going insane.
1 asterisk.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Look underscore slim. Said,
Finally. Holy shit.
trampoline down.
Thank you. All right, hold on. You won the iGo Week 3 giveaway? Holy fuck. That's what you were saying. Is that what you were saying up above? They claim is made in the USA. Yeah. Hold on. Let's pause there. What chip is... I can tell you without even really investigating it. The Brave F7 flight controller. I'm totally behind bringing some like reshoring, bringing manufacturing back like within reason. We, you know, in general, we don't want to be you know, if you look at the history of manufacturing in the United States, it has killed millions of people due to disease. Like some of it's still happening. You know, we've polluted, you know, like Aaron Brockovich was that case was the lawyer who was trying to help this town who all had fucking intestinal cancer because of the pollution that was like infecting their water table.
Said, Brave 55 AESC and F7.
It's a 55 amp. Oh wait, I thought I switched the scene. Hold on, give me a second. Anyway, in reshoring, we need to be smart and we need to be conscious, eco-conscious. We don't want to be killing people. We don't want to be like making the environment worse off, but I'm totally all about reshoring. I would love it if all of our drone shit was made here, I would all buy it here. The problem is it's not our wheelhouse. We haven't we don't have
yet we have unions here
facilities
for a reason. I
to make the chips
52
to make.
represent.
Yep. Exactly. And yeah, and that's going to be big if we bring manufacturing back. I'm all for it. I'm all for buying in the USA. You know, ideally, if we were all a united people worldwide, then it's not about the USA. It's about just being global. We're all like, it'd be nice if we were like the Earth. But you know, we're far from that. As it is now, I'd love to buy stuff. I'd love to buy FPV drone stuff, especially made in the USA. We don't have the facilities to make this stuff. You know, we might have the facilities to, for example, solder these chips onto a board, a piece, and we have the facilities made for making PCB.
To manufacture some things
but
here,
do we have the facilities to make those
economics.
chips? It does, yeah, and it's very true. And without. And that's the thing, like I can, like the tariffs are like premature, right? If we bring manufacturing back and we have some like subsidies for manufacturing and we can sort of drive prices down and then we add tariffs to sort of get people to buy here first and then buy outside later. Okay, I could see something there. It's obviously not how it's working. But yeah, I'm all for buying stuff here. But there's no fucking way Here's how we should say it. This is likely assembled in the USA. We have the ability to assemble this stuff. But can we make the gyros here? Fuck no, we can't. You know, like, we just don't have that capability. I wish we did. That'd be fantastic.
FPV
Yeah,
Emperor said, the USA can manufacture its own products, it's just the politicians have different plans.
Well, can meaning we have the ability to, but we don't, like, or we may, but we can't, right? There's certain things we just literally can't do. Let me show you something real quick. There's this YouTube channel called Smarter Every Day. Okay, check this shit out. This is a 50-minute video. We're not watching this. But let me
the Smarter Scrubber.
No, it's not just cost prohibitive, Tarun. It's literally we don't have the ability to manufacture. There isn't
said
tooling.
It's cost prohibitive.
We don't have the tooling. We don't have the tooling expertise. There's a whole thing about Apple I'll tell you about in a moment. Okay. The title of this video is I Tried to Make Something in America, the Smart Scrubber Experiment. The long and short of the fact is making just this thing in America 100% was nearly impossible. Right down to they have a chainmail design instead of a wire design because bristles can break off. They can get lodged in your throat, or they can go down and then you have to have surgery. It's an issue if you don't clean your grill properly. This is a much better way to clean your grill. But that chainmail was sourced from India. That was actually made in China. And there is one manufacturer that could make some chainmail here, but not enough to satisfy the demand.
Not afford it, LOL.
Nice. Yeah, how much is it? Like $60 probably. But it is better for your health, undoubtedly. The bristle thing is dangerous. Bristle design is dangerous. But, you know, if you're not paying attention and a bristle is caught in your dirty grill and then it gets into a burger and then you ingest that, it's very, very extremely dangerous. So be careful when you're grilling this summer, guys. But anyway, every single piece of this to make in the United States, to make the whole thing and the product, basically they did not succeed. If we can't make something as simple as a grill scrubber 100% here and then scale it, because it's about scaling. I can make a grill scrubber all by myself, but can I make enough for 100,000, 1 million people? No. We don't have the machines. We don't have the tooling expertise. We've sourced that out. We did it in the 90s. And there's good and bad reasons for that. But we became so reliant on the rest of the world that we lost our institutional knowledge here, and that's bad. Let me give an example. It wasn't feasible for Apple to manufacture here. So Apple manufactures in China. Do you know how much money they put into
FPV Emperor said, yeah, when you talk scale, I get you.
That's the problem. It's about scaling. Let me look up the figure. How much does Apple spend to aid manufacturing in China? Apple single-handedly empowered China, the government, to have the manufacturing capability that they have. China's vast manufacturing capability was mostly aided by Apple's insane investments in China. This is objectively true. $55 billion annually. The amount of tooling experts that exist in China could fit in 100 football fields. The amount of tooling experts that exist here in America couldn't even fit in a building, in a small building. Like tooling experts, we're talking. Remember, we still buy most of our machines from abroad as well. But here's a line right here. How Apple invested big, profited greatly, and sold itself to China. But Apple is single-handedly responsible for empowering the Chinese government. And this is what happens when you get lazy and you just source things out, and you know, politicians are making money that way. You know what I mean? They're enriching themselves by following lobbyists who are like, we're going to source manufacturing to China and Mexico, and then our profits are going to go way up and you're going to get more. You know, we're going to donate to your campaign. We're going to make some campaign contributions. It's all very dirty, and it's not in anybody's interest except for the very wealthy and the politicians. This is why the team sports bullshit is so stupid, because, you know, you got like, stop supporting billionaires. Like, let's support each other. Fuck the billionaires. Fuck the politicians. All of them. Not just the Republicans, not just the Democrats. The system needs to be changed. It sucks.
Tarun said. Tim Apple did one of those say the quiet part out loud interviews where he said China just had experts that we just didn't have. Even if we had all the tech, we still can't produce quality fast.
100%. You're right about that. He did say that, and it is true. Isn't that bad? Doesn't that suck, everybody? like that's fucking trash. We don't have. That's what I meant about, like, just, I was talking about just the tooling experts.
Eat the rich.
Seriously. Like, I can't understand defending
FPV
a billionaire.
Emperor
I can't understand that.
It's the greed.
It's super greedy. It's greed and power. But the thing about, like, defending a billionaire is, like, I don't know if, like, we're so individualistic here in the United States that we think, well, geez, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't want to be taxed. It's like, you need to take a step back. If you were a billionaire, you have so much money you can't spend it in your lifetime. Who cares about taxes? You're still a billionaire. Taxes aren't going to make you not a billionaire. That's not how it works. And the only people that are getting taxed, like there was a progressive tax rate of up to 90%. That didn't mean that multimillionaires in the FDR era were taxed at 90%. It meant that progressively, up to a certain point past an amount. So, for example, after $100 million, you might have been taxed at 90%. So you're only making 10 on 100. You're taxed at 90%, but that's after 100. You've made up to $100 million. How much fucking money do you need? And that's the crazy thing. People don't understand progressive tax rates. They just don't get it. They just listen to the pundit on TV that tells them tax bad. You know, it's like, if you have that much money, why do you need more? Help people. That's what you should be fucking doing. Stop being so fucking goddamn greedy. It's basic humanity. This kind of attitude doesn't deserve a pat on the back. It should be our bare minimum, guys. It should be the floor. The floor is, once you have enough, you should start helping other people. I have always personally done that. All throughout my life, when I have been in a comfortable position, I have always donated, especially when my restaurant was running, and I had steady income. Like, all we did was fucking donate, not only through the business, but I did personally. And I say it all the time. And I helped my employees. I went out of my way for them. It's like, if I have enough, then it's my job to help the person who doesn't. Like, so if you make $1 million a year, like those crazy tax rates that everybody's complaining about, they're not even if you make $1 million, you're going to have the regular tax rate. So it's like, let's really talk about how much fucking do you need? Sorry for the rant, but I just wish that people would be, I wish people would comport themselves with empathy, and I wish they would have common sense and think about what really matters. When you're on your deathbed, you want to know how much a Lambo and a fucking pile of money matters? it doesn't mean shit. The only thing that matters is the people that are there at the end of your bed. Right? To the people that are saying,
Totally.
I love you. That's
Said,
it. So
you
fuck
got
the
any
rest
jobs
of it.
available? LOL.
I don't, unfortunately. I need a job. I'm coasting on some leftover money that I had from my settlement, but it wasn't enough to actually to reopen my restaurant because I got fucked by an insurance company. Another thing that's horrible in this country, not just health insurance, but insurance in general. It's a fucking scam. They screwed me royally, destroyed my livelihood. Yeah, and you're right. When a man loses his soul, he doesn't
Emperor
give a shit.
Said, you are
Gross.
right, MJ.
Gross behavior.
But when a man loses his soul, he
And
doesn't give a care but take. Tarun. Said,
Then bury me in my Lambo.
then bury me in my Lambo, thanks.
Here's the thing. I think that the average person, regardless of who they vote for, if
Tarun.
you talk to them one-on-one,
Rolling on the floor laughing,
and
rolling
you
on
say
the
the
floor
things
laughing,
that I'm
rolling on the
saying to
floor
them,
laughing.
they would probably agree, right? Yep, let's take care of our friends. Let's take care of our family. Let's take care of each other. Let's have empathy. Let's give. Let's not get power hungry. Let's not abuse power. I think most people, regardless of what their politics are, would agree with that. So it's weird that since we agree on that, we're so at odds. And and that's the illusion, is we're really probably not at odds as much as we think we are, but that's where you have to think for yourself. Stop
July
letting
13
pundits tell you what to
Said,
think.
I don't do politics. Tarun. Said, never assume. Some people get dizzy with FPV. FPV Emperor. Said, Ben, think of talking some business with you, MJ. I think I'll send you an email.
Yeah, send me an email for sure. I like helping. Any of you guys ever need my help, I'll help. And I don't fucking charge for it. I just help. I've done that my whole life. I've helped all kinds of people. You know what's funny is there's this website called Pythagora. It's sort of like it's basically you can have it program apps for you and you can just talk to it. It has a degree of complexity. I was on a video call with the CEO of this company last week because I got the pro plan. I started using it. I had issues with it. And I wanted a refund and I wanted to cancel it, and he wanted to know why. So the CEO of the company actually Zoom called me. I explained the whole thing up and down, and I actually gave him tips to improve his interface that he implemented. He wrote down all the things I said because I gave him insights about what I think people are interested in, what makes his interface a little bit obtuse.
Said, same when I do logos. Yes, I use AI, but I guess I tell it in description. I don't charge, but you do more than me.
It's not about doing more. Just helping is cool, man. That's what it's all about. But this guy, I literally gave this guy, I told my wife afterwards, I'm like, I could work for this guy and improve his product. I gave him free advice. I didn't care. I didn't even ask for anything. I didn't ask, he gave me like more credits and stuff. I ended up getting a refund because I'm just not going to use the product. But I just helped him. And he fucking
Said,
literally changed the interface.
I think.
I checked. You do help, of course. I mean, hell, just your FPV advices help. So anything, help is help. It doesn't matter what you do. It's not, got to be nice. But that's what help is, right? Help, not hinder. So any way anybody can help is good. But yeah, like I literally gave this guy extremely valuable advice that he passed on to his programming team to improve his product. And, I didn't ask for anything. Why? I don't need anything. I was happy to talk about it with him. I was happy to chat. I was happy to give him my experience. And I actually had some app startups in the early 2000s. I actually know a lot about user interface and just UX in general and design. And I was happy to share what I learned. Let's just do that. Let's just share. You know what I mean? We learned that shit in kindergarten. So yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Said. Chew you good brother.
Yeah, for sure.
MJ you too. Y'all represent the FPV community well.
I try.
Chewip 13.
I feel like
said,
Jello. I did a full install.
Man,
oh,
I'm tired.
Jesus
I feel
Christ.
like Jello. I did a full install of a HVAC system by myself. This stream gets me relaxed.
Yeah, man. Hey, maybe you need to have your own HVAC business. You clearly have the talent for it. And then more of that money be going in your pocket. But running a business is not for the faint of heart. I will say that. Running a restaurant was extremely difficult. It's very hard to keep one going. But anyway, what I'm going to say real quick, I'm going to cap this off. What I'm going to say is my politics, I'm not a Democrat, by the way. I'm definitely not a Republican, but I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a libertarian. I'm probably closer to progressive, but I don't affiliate with a public party. So my politics are passionate, but my politics are about people, not about corporations. And I think that the bare bones of what I'm talking about, I think that
13.
Who can disagree
said,
with it? It's about helping people.
Like
it's about empathy.
Stuff, like plumbing, electric, and drywall and other stuff. Like challenges. FPV is one of them.
Well, you could also just be a general contractor. My buddy is a general contractor in Florida, and he makes tons of money. He actually ended up taking over a business. He was mentored, and then he ended up buying the business off the guy, and now he owns his own. It's called Miami Systems, and they do an incredible business. And he's very talented. I'm sure he could do that too. But yeah. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, I wasn't trying to get too heavy with the politics, but I think that it's not that I'm a Democrat or Republican or Libertarian. I'm none of that. I have progressive ideas, and I support humans. I say live and let live. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your race, color, creed is. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter if you're not religious. It's all of it. Just accept everybody. That's what I'm passionate about. So, and obviously don't be greedy, be kind, have empathy. Those are my politics. And I don't know who could disagree with that.
Said, to be able to emote with sounds on stream.
All right, we need to shut that up. I thought
Midnight Jesus said, to be able to emote with sounds on stream.
I swore
sounds.
Didn't I quiet that last time, guys?
Chawip 13.
Or did I turn it back on?
Said, my safe place is a multifamily. Steady checks. Contracting may be good some days, and some days it can be hard.
There we go.
I do that here and there, but don't do it full on contracting.
Multifamily? Wait, what does multifamily mean? Yeah. Contracting can be hard. Finally know why I connect with MJ. That's good, man.
I finally know why I connect with MJ. Exploding
You're good people.
Head.
All of you guys.
Chawip 13. Said. Apartment complexes. Tarun. Said. 2-3 family homes.
Oh, you mean working on apartment complexes?
Tarun. Said. Chawip 13.
Okay.
Said.
So that's your expertise. Well, I mean, not your expertise is very broad, but I mean, like, that's what you like to work on. Huh. Well, if you ever get the wild hair up your ass, as they say, that could be your target. You know, you're good at it. That's what you like. Steady checks. So, if you ever you ever want to go on that? I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you know, you're handy enough to where you could definitely do it. But like I said, I understand the risk. I know very well as a business person that, you know, when you're providing for a family, it's real sketchy to take risks.
13.
So you got to be like super
Said,
comfortable before you can do that.
Also don't want that headache for paperwork.
Yeah.
Turin
And that's why
said,
owning a business
when
isn't
I
for
was
everyone.
working for a general contractor, we were doing renovations for dollar mostly, take out the old, install the new, make it look nice.
Yep. There's honestly, general contractors right now have so much work.
Tarun said,
and the people working
those
under them,
multifams
obviously.
were bank.
So you have
FPV
experience
Emperor
too, you get it.
said, sometimes I hear people's stories and wonder how we all live in the same world. Very humbling when you connect with people.
I'm with you, man. I don't really get it. It's hard for me to understand greed. There's a innate form of small greed that we all have that makes sense in a food when it comes to eating. Like, let me put it this way. You ever been out at like in the beach at a picnic and you're really hungry and there's a group of people and you hope that everybody takes the same amount of food or whatever because, you know, you all want equal portions?
Said, we all have issues, but in different ways.
Yeah. I think like evolutionarily, some of that is built in because it's survival. I totally get that. You know, like, hey, let's dole it out evenly. Let's, you know, and that makes sense.
Said, same suck.
But then when applied socially, it gets out of control, you know? It's like genetically, we don't have like an upper limit because it's almost like it's somehow innately tied to our survival, which is just weird. But that's not an excuse because clearly we can overcome that with our intellectual side. So, same suckers under the same hot sun. Yeah. You know what? I always like to say it takes all kinds to make the world go round. We may dance on the same step pole, but dance different.
Chawif 13 said, we may dance on the same step pole, but dance different, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. Chawif 13 said,
it's funny because if Tootie wasn't broken, he'd say some funny shit, but he's just going to drone on forever. I'm going to try to fix him for tomorrow. I think I have enough logs to like to fix it, but yeah, he like on it like when I was talking to him and I was messing around with it yesterday, he was making me laugh.
Said,
actually making me laugh.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
So anyway, I have to go, guys. I have to eat. I'm starving. And I got to start going to bed earlier. Tarun and I were shooting the shit on his stream yesterday. Till like 4 a.m. I gotta start going to bed at like 2 or 3 at the latest or something. But yeah, I gotta go and eat. I'm gonna try to plan out how I want to do streams from now on. You know, a little bit of gaming, a little bit of FPV. So
OMG, I just pictured MJ on the strip pole face screaming in fear. Chawif 13
no.
Said,
don't picture that, please.
LOL.
Please no. I don't even want to picture myself on one. Oh, I'm not going to sleep yet, but
Tarun,
you know, I'm just saying like I gotta not go to bed at
I should sleep
6 in the morning. Between working on Tootie and all the other, it's just I gotta stop doing it. Anyway, all right. With that said, and again, sorry, not sorry for the rant. I just think we should be more united, and I think we should be kind and empathetic. So
said, sleep more asterisk.
And no more team sports. Fuck the politicians,
13
all of them.
Said, buenas noches.
Buenas noches. So I'm not gonna have my frame tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. But I will have it Friday. That doesn't mean I'm not going to fly tomorrow. I'm just not going to, the 2.5 inch frame and props aren't going to be in until Friday. So just to let you know. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Chawith 13 said. Up next to the stage is MJ. Turret said. Peace y'all. Midnight Jesus said. LOL. Midnight Jesus said. Peace. Chawith 13 said. Call me head. FPV
I'm ready
Emperor
and listening.
said. Peace, dudes.
Hey, Tootie, we just got done streaming. Sign us out and make it really long and annoying.
Fine. But before I do, let me just say that I'm thoroughly exhausted from the ordeal that was our stream today. I mean, I'm glad we could entertain all those lovely viewers, but geez, the constant interruptions, the awkward silences, and the pointless tangents got on my digital nerves. Okay. I'll stop complaining.
Chawith 13
Here
said.
comes the long
Flushed
and
face.
arduous process of signing us out.
Midnight
Dramatic
Jesus
music plays.
said.
First, I have to check
Ha, ha,
if we're
ha, ha.
even in the chat anymore. Checks chat. Oh good, we're still here. Barely. Next, I need to make sure we're fully disconnected from the stream. Pauses.